We meet again.
Ah, the Resistance boy, was it? You're looking well, but then again, so am I. What have you come for? My keen sense for the obvious tells me you're not here on holiday.
I'm searching for Azulstan, the one they call the Dread Pirate. Huh?
Now there. Don't go bawling on me. He's not going to take me away.
Take you away? You're him, aren't you? The pirate Azulstan.
Never should have opened my mouth. A word of advice, boy. Never tell a woman anything you don't want the world to know.
So, you are Azulstan.
Been many a year since anyone's called me by that name.
Who was that girl? Your granddaughter?
No idea who she is. Another of the orphans around here, most like. She took a shine to me for some reason. I never did anything for her, mind you. She's not too good with the talking, and I guess that makes it hard for her with the other kids. Which makes it hard for me to shoo her away.
The weak look to the strong for protection. Or something more than that, perhaps.
So, what do you want?
I want you to tell me about the pirate's graveyard and the treasure that rests there.
What? You're a treasure hunter now? Tired of warring already?
A war feeds on coin as a man feeds on bread.
Ah, stuffing the coffers, eh? Can't help you.
Azulstan, we're trying to end this war. Don't you want better for those children? If you would help them, help us.
You'd best be on your way, boy. I've made up my mind. There's nothing I can do for you.
If that's your decision. Captain Azulstan, they call you the Dread Pirate. Why did you leave your ship? Your sword arm and your legs are strong as ever.
It's got nothing to do with you, boy. And don't call me Captain again. Ever.
Who left these flowers here?
Aye, some old sailor puts them there every year, right around this time. Been at it for a good 10 summers, I reckon. Maybe more.
He must have lost someone very dear.
Lots of fighting with the fortress here. Most everyone's lost somebody.
They're on Bakram's soil, but they won't get far. This is our land. If I fall this day defending it, I leave no regrets. across the Urumza. I must be defended.
The way to Urumza Canyon is clear. Ready a detachment.
So, the Almoricans think to deny reinforcement to your Urumza Canyon. A fine stratagem on the page, but how long can this lesser force endure? We will crush them and harry the Almorica flank ourselves. This is no detachment. No. This is the true host. The armies at Urumza. Only a feint. It's Barnesia Castle they seek. The Dark Knights.
Denim of Goliath. So it is true! I had forgotten how invigorating the battlefield could be. I'm too long slinking about in the shadows. Come to storm Barnesia Castle and rescue the Princess Fair. You may find her a somewhat unwilling companion. Field Ozma, tell me which you prefer, this or the Dark Knights?
What am I to make of that? That you wish to desert Los Lorien?
A slave does not bear the burden of choice. I serve at the Dark Knight's pleasure.
I'm glad you know your place. You are Sir Lancelot's man now, body and soul. There is no future for you or your people that he does not command.
Spoken like a true daughter of House Glacius. My people are fortunate to have such fine figures watching over them. I confess, I am surprised to see you fighting on the front lines.
This is no errand to leave to another. I am not come to abduct a princess. I mean to persuade my sister to leave.
And if I told you the princess was not in Barnesia Castle? That this was a ruse to lure you out?
A lie. Our men risked their lives to glean her location. Yet even if their reports were false, it would change nothing. It is you and the rest of the Dark Knights in Barnesia Castle who are our enemies, not the Buckram.
You still have much to learn, Denim of Goliath. Such trust in your friends, such devotion to your cause, such love for your sister. Your reckless credulity may be your most endearing quality.
You play the part of the tragic prince, and well. Closing your eyes when it suits your purposes, always a caustic word on your lips. It was never about your people, was it? It's about you.
The Nildam were doomed from the start. Once the invasion had begun, there was nothing I could have done to stop it. Yet though my homeland has perished, I defend her people to this day.
A convenient stance, to be sure. What possible quality did I see in you, Andorus? 'Tis a mystery to me now.
And to think Balsaphon wants to marry this woman. Or perhaps it is only that he wants to marry a daughter of House Glacius.
Oh, yes. A shame our union was not to be. And far be it from me to inconvenience my family. But my presence here is an ill omen for anyone looking to House Glacius for help. I'm sure you understand.
The tone of your skin, the line of your jaw. A bull marking?
A winged from Zenobia. You can only be Canopus.
I'm surprised to see a Bullmarkin slave at the head of a Dark Knight army. Your bearing marks you as a member of the Nildam royal house, or what's left of it. Lotus brought ruin on your kingdom, yet here you are, serving them on bended knee.
What of it?
Do you bear no loyalty for your fatherland? How can you fight beside those who destroyed your home? How can you aid them as they visit their sins upon another?
A fine speech, Canopus. The same one you delivered to Gilbald when Peshevol fell? How amusing. I think I'm growing to like you, Birdman.
So that's the way of it.
Enough of this. I've done my duty to Lotus here.
Ah, I hope you're not thinking of leaving.
I admire your spirit, boy. Can't wait to see what happens once you take Bonicia.
What? You think this is a game?
What business have the Amoricans here?
Lower your weapons and surrender at once. Your lives will be spared.
Let's show them Lothlorien's true metal, boys.
It's almost as if they didn't know we were coming. But why? Surely that Dark Knight who escaped would have given them warning.
I did not expect them to find us here.
Someone whispers to the Almoricans.
Who? The Regent? That fond of us, is he?
It matters not. This provides the perfect opportunity to avenge Oz and Ozma.
Do not be so eager to die, Barbas. They're not the rebel they once were.
You call me weak.
I call you foolish if you think you face children down there.
But face them we must. It's only a question of whether we end this here or in Heim. Surely you aren't suggesting we quit these islands entirely. We have not yet lost, and you would leave without a fight.
I fear that even were we to place Kashu upon the throne, it would not bring an end to this unrest.
Precisely why we must crush them here and now.
Surely you've forgotten our true goal, Barbas. The rule of Valeria is but one step along our path. If we retreat now, our losses would be trivial. The High Priest has commanded as much.
The High Priest? I'd as soon have his head on a pike as hear what that imbecile has to say.
Enough, Barbas. Or it may be your head upon the pike.
Speak the truth, Lancelot. You don't want to lose favor with the Senate. What of the miracle we seek? Was that not the very reason we stole the Zenobian blade?
Speaking of which, I've received word from Balzaphon.
Again? What will he have us do now? Wrest the firmament from its perch?
Sister! Tartaros, release my sister at once!
I leave this in your hands.
My hands will be happy to show them the difference between knights and children.
We leave now, Kashua.
I was waiting for you, boy. But you're a fool to advance on our front gates.
A fool? Your friends did not call me so as they died.
And brazen besides. Allow me to show you something. Know what this is? Of course you do not. This marvelous weapon is called a fusil, and it is far more powerful than any sorcery. Worthless, bedeviled contraption! You, take this from my sight! As I was saying, contraptions are well and good, but a true knight fights with a sword. Excepting those who fight with hammers, such as myself. Ready yourself, Denim of Goliath. I intend to end you and your futile war.
Is a familiar frame. Where was that? Odd. You'd think such a pockmarked pisswater face would leave a stronger impression.
Zenobian, why aren't you dead yet?
Oh, because your jester of a brother is a terrible swordsman. Where is your facile friend today?
Martim? You speak of Martim. So you're the knight who begged for your life at the point of his sword.
Do you repeat every lie you're told in this fashion? By my honor, if you know what that is, 'twas your fool of a friend who cried mercy.
A fine tale. May it keep you company in your grave.
It's him. I'd know him anywhere.
Something you want to say to me, boy?
Denim! He's the dog who led the attack on Goliath!
You're certain?
I watched as he butchered our friends, as he slew my father!
Ah, the drunk's whelp! If you miss your father, I'll send you to join him!
A courtesy I thought to offer you. You contend with me in this life, and my father in the next!
The Dark Knight who assaulted Rhyme, slaughtering innocents by the score! What have you done with Lancelot? What have you done with my brother?
The High Champion's your brother now, is he?
Quiet, you!
A bird's place is in the stew pot, not the battlefield.
I'll pick your eyes out for that!
Stroke of luck. Finding the courtyard in your hands, Barbas. Of all our knights commander, I always considered you least worthy of the title.
Do you think to rout me with those cheap parlor tricks of yours, Ozma?
Brute force? Is that all you understand? Perhaps it's time I versed you in the higher arts.
Such pride for a woman. Especially one who leans upon her family name so. Nothing a good beating won't remedy. Oz would think, were he to see you now. His beloved sister, a traitor. No, a flighty wench, run off to another man.
My brother's memory is no fodder for your japes.
I'm surprised. I was convinced you'd forgotten all about your brother. After all, you seem to have fallen in quite readily with his murderers.
I warn you, Barbas.
No, thank me, for I will reunite you with your brother. You can ask him how he rests yourself. I find myself needing to depart. I suppose I have a good excuse at least.
Wait, Barbas!
I do not leave the field eagerly, but I admit we are outmatched. Kashua, we return to Heim. This decrepit castle crumbles around us.
No! I've had my fill of flight!
Kashua, no!
Sister! Hear me. You are deceived. They care nothing about restoring your throne. They seek a relic left by the Dynast King. Only one of Dorgalua's blood can help them grasp it. They're using you.
Do not lend him your ear, Kashua. Think on how you've been betrayed by King Dorgalua, Abuna Prancet, even your brother. That's right, your dear brother betrayed you. Have you forgotten your pain so soon?
So they serve their own ends. What of it? It is a fact of life and war that men use others. Even as I will use them to defeat you. At least here I know I am needed. Perhaps even by you, Denham.
For me, Tartaros.
Hoberum, the finest swordsman Lothlorien ever produced. I'm glad the loss of your sight has not diminished your skill. Our convictions may have been at odds, but I was sorry to lose you all the same.
At odds or not, I was dismayed by your little purge. It is the act of a blunt instrument. Yes, the nobles write laws to fatten their bellies, all the while telling the people all they did is for them, the very picture of corruption. But this, to change so much so quickly, invites suffering.
There was no other way. We sound well when we speak of a republic, but look at the commons. They are sluggards, dull to an extreme. They are moved to support only that which benefits their fortunes, comfort, or offspring. and nothing requiring sacrifice. Now, should we blame the few ignoble nobility who seek to profit from this sorry state of affairs? Hardly! I ask you, who chooses the senators? Who commits laws to parchment? Corruption does not flow downstream. It is a rot that rises from the barrel's bottom. The mob ruled Lodus, and the mob leans not towards self-betterment. Our uprising showed them that change had come, but more importantly, it taught them where to kneel.
And so you took not only their freedom, but any hope they could imagine a better world with it? How can you raise a people's station in life when you crush them beneath your boot?
Earned your sword against Lodus and Lothlorien?
I do not intend to make enemies of either. I have merely lost faith in you, High Champion.
You are wrong to blame me for what became of Hoberum. That is between him and his house. And you. I always thought well of you, Ozma. Never resting on the laurels you were born to. A bold spirit you had. Deep love for your homeland. And a true desire for reform. Pity.
Hoberum may see things differently than you and Balsaphon, but that is no reason to cast him aside. You talk about rescuing Lodus from rot, but how can you inspire revolution when you fail to inspire your own kin? I cannot see a future in the way you deceive and rule others with fear. Fear the Dark Knights Lothlorien have well earned. I am ashamed. I thought that by bloodying my hands, I might seize justice. But it was a lie.
A surprising thing for you to say, given all you've done. But if you insist on playing the winsome lass, play on. Only know this. I do not seek justice. No. Justice follows in my wake. Progress is bought with blood. Wait for revolution, and it will never come.
Have you forgotten what they did to Goliath?
I am Vassalia, daughter of the Dynast King. The Kashua you knew is no more. I stand with the Dark Knights to end this war.
This war began when they came to these islands. Do you really think they will help you end it? Even if they do, they'll not let Valeria free of their clutches. We must win our own freedom, else it means nothing. Don't you see, Kashua? They are using you.
I'll not deny it. Do as you feel you must. Can you not trust me to do the same?
This is no question of trust, Kashua. You may well be a princess. You may even end this war. But a darkness grows within you.
What would you know of it?
And here, Lancelot, accept defeat and release my sister.
Release her? She is with us of her own accord. And who are you to demand anything of the monarch of Valeria?
You brought war with you when you came to these isles. Valeria needs you not at all, and my sister needs you even less.
Against such force, we must withdraw.
What? And leave me here?
Perhaps I should kill her now. The turmoil would only make it easier to assail these wretched islands, and make ruling them a far more difficult proposition. No, we must trust to Kashua. For now. Forgive me, Kashua. May the Empress watch over you.
Coward!
You shouldn't lurk in doorways.
Are you all right?
What do you mean to do with me?
Do with you? I'm here to help you, sister.
I am not your sister. I am Versalia, rightful ruler of Valeria.
No, you will always be my sister. We lived our whole lives together. One day, you may be Queen of Valeria, but you will always be a sister to me. Blood be damned.
A lie! What brother would abandon his sister as you did?
I did leave you, I'll not deny it. But only because I did not want to see you caught up in this war, sister.
Another lie! You were glad to be rid of me!
I love you, sister. How could I want to see you taken from me?
Denham.
Sister, our father is dead. As he lay dying, he told me something. Had he returned you to the king when the prince died, this war might never have happened. But he could not bring himself to hand over the child who called him father. He loved you too much. You were not of his blood, but he loved you no less, as I love you. You're the only family I've ever known. I did not want to lose you, sister. Blood be damned, I will not lose you again.
I'm sorry, Denham. How could I have been so selfish? Can you forgive me?
That's behind us now. The important thing is that we'll never be apart again.
Barbas, I cannot say I'm pleased to see you live. Back to Heim! I've had enough of knights not worth their armor.
Thank you for freeing me from the buckram. I will not forget your loyalty and service.
You are most gracious, Your Highness.
I wish only for this warring to be over. Peace cannot come a day too soon. Nor will it come without your order's help. I expect great deeds of you.
And you shall have them, even if it mean our lives. Your Highness, you are welcome to remain here in Fidok.
Abuna Maruva. If I am to lead my people, I cannot afford to remain holed away, far from where the arrows fly. I will join the ranks in the front. I will show my people and my soldiers who fights for them.
But, Your Highness!
Do not worry on my behalf. That is an order, Abuna.
As Your Highness wishes.
About the front lines.
The Bakram move independently now. The Dark Knights have lost the Regent's trust.
Then a resolution is at hand. Let us return to the city my father built. Back to Heim to end this for all time.
Ready the troops!
Well, how did I do?
You've really come into your own, sister. Father would be proud.
Come into my own? Odd, when I felt like someone else entirely.
Not to worry, Kashua. You will do splendidly.
I hope you're right.
Still, you should stay here in the castle, for your safety and that of the...
I said I wouldn't, and I meant it. I won't be some figurehead for my people to hoist and carry about. You'll come to my rescue should I get in any real trouble, won't you?
Well, of course, but...
It's settled then.
The late king loved the front no less. Must be in the blood.
Yes, the Dynast King's spirit will protect me.
Well, that's all well and good, but still, be careful.
Don't worry, I will.
You best start talking, old man. Tell us something we can use, and I can make your past disappear.
Don't you have a better offer than that? Town like this, a man's entitled to his past. A word of advice. Go home. And no point taking me. I'm not talking.
You got quite a tongue for an old seaman. Or maybe you're just a washed-up pirate, eh? We're taking this one with us.
Resistance forces spotted!
What? What are they doing out here? Unless they're after what we're after. Keep this one under close watch.
Saving me?
This might come as a surprise, but I don't let profit dictate all I do.
Good luck with that. So you're saving me from death. Why?
I know at least one person who'd be sad to see you go.
Ha! I thought your breed of fool long gone from the world. Sooner or later, those who put their necks on the block for others get the blade. But do as you like, boy. Devil's luck runs out.
Azelstan, no! You're right, Captain Azelstan?
I'll live. I just as soon not owed you that, though. And don't call me Captain. Thank you for your help back there. But don't think that got you any closer to the pirate's graveyard. Best be running back to your friends, boy. Rough seas tonight. You get along before the storm rolls in. Go home, or whatever it is you call it. Hey, now.
That'll show him not to cross the buckram.
smarts, don't it? Don't worry. The pain won't last. Don't you be afraid. You're gonna see your mama real soon. They say history's got a way of repeating itself. That's the second little girl I've lost to war. Thought things would be different on land. You got an explanation for this, boy? You know what killed this little girl? Couldn't even speak if she saw something. Why'd she have to die?
Lives taken without reason. That's the world we live in. You know that as well as I.
All I know is stealing and killing. I'd shed a tear for the girl if I weren't guilty of worse myself.
Azelstan...
Don't you call me that.
Then you decide who you are. Or you'll be stuck here, waiting for another bolt through your own back. As for me, I'm going to do what I can to make sure this doesn't happen again. There's no end to the creatures in here. It's going to be tough. Speak of the devil. Azelstan!
You're headed into the graveyard deeps, aren't you? Best clear a path first. Enough time for flapping lips later. We've got bigger fish to fry.
You hated war. That's why you abandoned your ship, threw away your sword. What made you change your mind?
I said later. Keep your eyes on the enemy. Let your gaze wander, and your life will be a short one. I know what I'm about now. Finally. To the landlocked, a pirate is nothing more than a scoundrel, an outlaw who takes gold and lives. The landlocked can keep their precious laws. The sea is free. Upon her waves, all are one people. If you ask me, it's them who are the scoundrels. Runway, Balbatos, Brenton, dung heaps, the lot of them. I'm a pirate. I know no other life. But there's things you can see from the crow's nest you can't see from the ground. Might be I can see some landlocked injustice invisible to your eyes. Might be I can save something you didn't know needed saving. Boy, take me with you. I can help you right this land, and write new laws. You say you'll end this war. I would have it be my last.
If that's your decision.
You might have taken the high road, risen above the bloodshed. But I'm already in it up to my boots. Come to think of it, we're not so different. You raised Justice's flag on high with red-stained hands, boy. But I don't need the young ones to walk in my wake. The sea is good. The sea is free. But a fertile field, that's the good life, eh?
Then let us end this war together.
Good choice.